Hey there, how are you? Welcome back to another episode of the Junior of High School series. I got nothing really to say at the beginning of this video, so no intro, so let's just get right into it. Also, we have this weird looking effects going on here. And also my hair, it's not very good, so we got quite a lot of things going on here. Let's just get into it. So, this morning I just hung out in the school lobby with Valorant guy, Ethan, the guy from the birthday video. He came to school a little bit later, but he entered the school lobby, so I saw him and I called him and I said like, "Hey Ethan," except he didn't hear me. So I called him out again, except he didn't hear me again. So he just walked away to the library. Now this is one reason why I'm scared of calling out people's names, is because of this. You know, you're calling out to someone and they don't respond back. It's just, you look like an idiot. To be fair, I already look like an idiot, but this just, double downs on that. So I never want that to happen to me, which is why I refrain from calling out, amiable artist girl with cool glasses' name, or Chilipina's name, or girl who reminds me of a bunny's name, or even Mason, the wizard on the pianos. I don't even say his name out loud. Now I know what you're thinking. Why did I hang out in the school lobby and not the library today? Well, one, the Valorant guy was already sitting in the school lobby, but also because of amiable artist girl with cool glasses. She usually hangs out in the school lobby on A-Pahthetic-Panduh days. So I thought, why not, just try and say hi. Well, when she did eventually arrive in the school lobby, I did nothing as per usual, because I'm a huge wuss. So you gotta love my determination and confidence here. Really just shows it off on full display. Anyways, Mason, the wizard on the piano, he shows up later this morning as well. All I did this morning was do some AP Lang homework that I forgot to do last night, and also did some more DJing. So I showed Mason what I was working on. So it's just on my laptop, and then Mason sat down right next to me. He was wondering, "What you got on your laptop, dude?" So I just told him like, "Yeah, this is this is what I'm doing." So I showed Mason, what two songs I was playing. I forget what two songs I was playing. It might have been, the classic. Well, okay, it might have been the same old or like my go-to songs. Classic and Treasure. Those are usually my two top picks. Or well, actually, classic is always one of those songs that works well with a lot of other songs. Again, don't take my reasoning. Just take my reasoning and everything I say with a grain of salt. Anyways, DJing was also another reason why I wanted to hang out in the school lobby. So basically, I thought, okay, why not be in the school lobby, and then start DJing or like remixing some songs, maybe even play those songs together out loud, like not have any headphones on, play it full blast on my laptop speaker. So just show everyone what I'm doing and what I have. Basically, it'd be like, so yeah, I would like show everyone what I have, and that would also include amiable artist with cool glasses. So she'd be like, basically, I'm just doing all this extra stuff to start a conversation. It's just really sad when you get down to it. But of course, I didn't do that. Because this is a pretty idiotic hypothetical, I gotta say. Anyways, I just hang out with those two dudes. Some other people came over to hang out as well, but after that, or like basically we had to go to A-Pahthetic-Panduh. So at A-Pahthetic-Panduh I worked, it was another day of working. However, I'm not gonna lie, I did spend quite a lot of time DJing. So I'm just gonna be kind to myself. I'm just gonna give myself a medal here and say that the work I did do was enough to increase that tally. So like 9 days of straight working at A-Pahthetic-Panduh. However, I'm not gonna lie and say, yes, I did not do some of the work and just spent most of that time DJing, because I'm really good at time management and I have my priorities set out. Anyways, while I was remixing, I came up with a few combinations that I think work pretty well. Now, notice how I said I think work pretty well. I say I, which is basically what I'm trying to say is, I think they sound good. Maybe you don't sound like, maybe you think they don't sound well, or they don't work that well together. Just like, well, again, like, take everything I say with a grain of salt. If I say they're good, it probably isn't that great. Anyways, one combination that I did think that worked somewhat decent was Industry Baby and Sycamore. There, I said it. I said it. Those two songs. They may sound like polar opposites, or they don't sound well together, but I think they sound okay. They sound decent enough. Now, please believe me. So, I was just doing this in A-Pahthetic-Panduh, and I was surprised at how well it worked to some extent. I thought it sounded decent. Of course, it wasn't one-to-one perfect, but I don't think it was that bad. Maybe in a future video, I think I'm going to take all my remixes, or like all those recordings, and just play them in the background of a video, or just have them play one by one, or like basically just showcase them. Another song, or like another combination I had, was Put On a Smile by Silk Sonic, and I forget what other song I had, but I remember those two songs sounding decent enough. Like, they weren't masterpieces, but they weren't offensive in any way. They were just kind of mediocre, leaning more towards this is kind of bad territory. But again, not a masterpiece, nothing offensive. Last night in my friend's Discord server, I was just sharing my screen to my DJ application, and I was just remixing to the Discord server. And then Ethan showed up, so he came, he watched me mess around for like 2 hours, like trying to make a song. So he knows what I've been up to, he knows what's up. And I wanted to show him this weird combination I made. However, he refused. I think, the weird combination was, I wanted to show him Sycamore and Industry Baby working together. However, he refused, which is understandable because, saved me some embarrassment because it wasn't really that good. And I was hyping it up quite a bit. Also, during A-Pahthetic-Panduh, my teacher was playing Christmas music in the background. I'm not going to lie, it did kind of annoy me a little bit because, it's not even Thanksgiving yet, and also trying to remix songs, and, Christmas music doesn't really help with that. After A-Pahthetic-Panduh, I went to my locker. I couldn't find any of my friends, so I just decided to go to ethics early. As I was walking to ethics, I saw Amiable Arts with cool glasses in the hallway, and I did the tried and true method of just not looking in her direction and just booking it to my ethics classroom. So, again, good job. Now for ethics, I thought I had a test today. I think I might have said this yesterday, but I think I might have said yesterday. Yeah, I have an ethics test tomorrow. However, my ethics test is Thursday. So basically, I was planning to frantically study for my ethics test. However, that time I would have spent frantically studying was used very wisely. I could have spent that time studying for my trig test, which was today. However, I spent that time doing something better, which is remixing some more. So I gotta say, I really like DJing. If you couldn't tell, it's such a fun and creative outlet. I just have a lot of fun with it, taking weird songs and trying to make them work. Case in point, Industry Baby and Sicko Mode. I just like trying to put these two things together, and if they do work, I get that aha programming moment, but on Adderall. It's just a lot better. It's just a better high. So if they don't work, it's still a sight to behold because it's kind of hilarious how. It's just hilarious to look at my failures, I guess. So anyways, I was just remixing, and then Chilipino came into the classroom, and he wondered what I was doing, so he came over, and then he asked me, like, what are you doing? So I just showed him, like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, and I showed him my go-to tracks. Basically, these two tracks are usually the two songs that I'll, like, try and give an example. So, like, those two tracks are Treasure and I forget what I think it's Best Song Ever by One Direction. I think those two songs are, like, my go-to. So I showed him that remix. Honestly, it didn't sound that bad, and he agreed as well. It wasn't terrible. And then Swaggy Golfer Dude showed up, and I wanted to show him what I was working on as well. So, like I showed him I showed him Treasure in One Direction again, and basically I failed, and it did not sound that well. It did not sound good. So basically I missed the opening, or like I was off beat at the opening, and then because of that, that was all it took for him to hightail it out of there, which is understandable because if you mess up that first part, you're kind of donezo. It just kind of irks me though, because I really wanted to show him what I got, but I messed up. Then again, counterpoint, I'm not the best DJ out there, dude. I'm not. I wouldn't even class myself as a DJ. Just some teenager trying to have some fun here. But I'm not the best one out there, so cut me some slack, will you? Anyways, ethics starts. We just do some more note taking, and we also learned that my teacher tells us that we have a fall essay for our finals. It's due December 1st, so that's fun. It's a 7-paragraph essay that we gotta write, and we also gotta include some quotes and other stuff. And honestly, it's just I'll also have to just sit myself down and do it. So that's really all I have to say about ethics. So moving on, biology. All we did in class was just study and prepare for our test, which is going to be next class. My teacher gave us some independent time to study, and while I did do my study guide and review, just like APCSP, I just spent a lot of time remixing. So this might be a bad habit. I should probably stop while I'm ahead, because I should know when's the best time to do this, and when it's time to sit down and get focused and work. But anyways. Well, I tried to balance myself. I guess I'm trying to find an excuse. However, I did spend a lot of time just messing around. However, my teacher did also. She gave us a quiz. I think it's called quiz.com, which is my teacher basically just gave us a Kahoot, except it wasn't Kahoot. So for this quiz game, I guess it showed my how prepared I was for the test, and throughout most until the first half of the quiz, I was in first place. I wasn't doing that bad. However, towards the end, I kind of tanked. However, it shows that if my bio test was today, I'd probably get half of them right, or I probably get a C. Anyways, after bio was lunch. I got there early to lunch and got a table. No amiable artist girl with cool glasses sitting with my group. She sits with her friends 2 tables across from us. Honestly, I should probably just stop thinking that she would sit at our table, because why would she? At lunch, I just did more remixing and having some fun by myself, and also studying for my trig test, because I did not review this weekend or yesterday, or really at all. So I ate lunch with Ethan, the guy from the birthday video. I think I already said it. I think I already said that. But anyways, also guy who reminds me of a panda, Chilipino, and a few other kids as well. Everyone else who I didn't mention, they were off at volleyball intramurals. Also at lunch, some teacher told me off for the hat I was wearing. So I was just sitting down at my table, and then some teacher walks over and he's just starts touching my head, or starts trying to grab my hat off, where he just starts saying take your hat off. It's okay, fine. However, the same thing happened to me yesterday. It was the same teacher as well. The same teacher got on my back, or the teacher that got on my back today was the same teacher who got on my back yesterday about telling me to take my hat off. And also at the same time, no less. I'm pretty sure it was toward the end. So it was toward the end of lunch, and it was toward the end of lunch when the guy told me to take my hat off. Same thing yesterday. Now look, nobody cares nobody cares if you wear a hat. My teachers don't care. I wear a hat in class. The teacher assistants, they don't care. Even my principal doesn't care, because I was walking past my principal with my hat on, and he didn't even say anything. He just, we just walked by. And also, there were a bunch of other kids who are wearing beanies and baseball caps as well. So why is he narking on me? I mean, like, I saw this, I just saw one dude, or I saw another student just sitting down with a hat, and the guy walked past him, or like the guy who told me to take off my hat, he didn't even tell that guy to take his hat off. So what's going on here? Now, I guess I can't really say anything here. I'm like, it's still wrong. Like, I'm still in the wrong here. Like, you aren't allowed to wear hats. That's the rules. But still, though, just cut me some slack here. And also, what's the point of a rule if it isn't being enforced? Now, I guess it really isn't much of a rule. Where am I trying to go with this? Anyways, when that teacher told me to take my hat off, I was thinking about a rebuttal or a retort, and I was thinking about saying hats are how I express myself because the current uniform confined me, or something like that. Basically, I got this idea from this one kid in my bio class. He usually doesn't come to school in uniform, so, or like his excuse, or like what he says is, the clothes that I like and the clothes that I wear help express me, and the current uniform doesn't really do that well. So I just kind of copied and pasted that out of here. Maybe this is the rebellious side of me that no one gets to see. Anyways, after lunch, we have Trig. Trig, I had a test. Now, I was very scared about this test because, like I said, I did not study at all and I was not prepared. So when I finally got the test, I read all the questions and, I start to answer some. I still had trouble on a few questions, but I started to get the hang of it. And I feel confident about most of the questions and also my answers. Of course, I don't have a perfect score, but I think I did better than I would, because I was thinking that I would tank. I was very convinced that I would just flat out fail. However, I feel a lot confident now. Of course, it's not an A, but I think, maybe like a B minus. That's like a C plus, I guess. Hopefully B minus. Now, my teacher also tells my class that we have corrections. Now, corrections are basically just a retake. So you can just correct, so you'll get your test back, and then you can just correct your own test, and you can get up to half points. So that's reassuring as well. I'm grateful for that. Thank you. After school, I just hung out with Chilipina, Confidation, Ethan, guy who reminds me of a panda, and a few other kids as well. We were all playing cards. However, I had to leave early because I had a meeting for that company and job I applied for, so I had to leave early at school. However, I was an idiot because you see my meeting wasn't today. It was actually next week. So, my bad. I guess it shows that does this show that I'm on top of things, or does it show that I'm really bad at time management or planning? Let's just say at least you can tell I'm on top of things. But anyways, that's where I'm gonna end this episode. Is what I would say if I was gonna end this episode. However, that new Spider-Man trailer dropped, and I kind of want to talk about it. However, I only watched it once, and it was right before this recording, so basically what I'm trying to say is I forgot what the trailer was about. So we're going to try and, I have it pulled up here on my other screen. So let's just, watch it. We're a reaction channel now. This is very riveting stuff, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, it's the Marvel Studios logo. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna pause it here, and I'm just gonna skim through, what's going on here. Okay, I guess there's, new villains, and there's a multiverse now. That's kind of cool. Doc Ock. Okay, we get Spider-Man and Doctor Strange fighting. That's kind of cool. Green Goblin. We have a frame of Peter. We have Tom Holland's Peter. He kind of reminds me of Andrew Garfield's Peter, or Andrew Garfield's version of Peter in Amazing Spider-Man 2. We also have MJ falling, and we have Peter trying to reach out to MJ. I think we all know where that's gonna go. And title card.
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
And then something happens. I guess. Okay, reality's breaking. It kind of looks like what happened with WandaVision. Oh gosh, spoilers. I should probably put a spoiler warning. However, I'm not gonna, so whoopsie do. Spider-Man looks hype, I gotta say. I'm very excited. It's probably gonna, Spider-Man No Way Home is probably gonna overshadow Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Eternals. It's probably gonna be movie of the year. So that's pretty exciting. But I don't really have anything else to say. So sayonara, take it easy, see you people.